tarragon infused cardinal gin. So I infused it for 24 hours. Just give it a rough chop, throw it on the gin. Cardinal's out of Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Again, one of my favorite local products. And so I wanted to do a gin and tonic, but like how far can you push that, right? So again, we've got this really beautiful tarragon infused gin, and then we actually make our own tonic syrup. And so this is tonic syrup. That takes about 3 days to make. So we get cinchona bark from Mexico. We use lavender and then some lemon, lime, and orange zest and some citric acid and a couple of baking spices. And we actually make our own tonic syrup. And this stuff is delicious. Like it's so good. And so we've got a little bit of gin in there. Little tiny bit of some fresh lemon juice. We've got a half ounce of that, not a whole lot. And then that's kind of it. Like we'll top it off with a little bit of soda water to make that tonic water complete. And then just give this a little bit of a stir to make sure everything tastes good and chill it down really well. And then garnish it.
You ever worry about bruising gin?
No.
It used to be in all the old TV shows.
Yeah. Don't bruise it, right?
Yeah, don't bruise it.
Don't beat it up too much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Shake it too hard.
That's sort of like a dirty martini thing, which I think is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I hate a dirty martini. It's like ocean water, you know what I mean? Like just
yes.
people always get mad when I say that, but I'm like, I'm not drinking it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We lived through all that in the 90s, you know what I mean? Bartending 100 years ago, everybody wanted a dirty martini, extra dirty. Like, okay, that's gross.
When I turned 21, me and a friend of mine went to a bar, and we were like, let's order a martini, and neither one of us never. We're from the Westside of Charlotte.
Yeah.
I didn't even know anybody that drank martini. So we got it, and we were like, oh, what the hell did you just make us?
Why would anybody drink this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man, I love the fact that you're using tarragon. It's one of my favorite herbs, and it definitely does not get recognition.
I think, again, just super simple. Tarragon infused gin, homemade tonic syrup, and then a little bit of soda water, fresh lemon juice. Again, simple, fresh. This is wild, man. Try that too. This is another one.
All right. I must.
I'm gonna go use that tarragon.
Do you not like tarragon?
Oh no, I love greens.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Gin and tonic, man. Gin and tonic.
That's a beautiful drink. Beautiful. You get that right at the end. As you've taken a sip, tarragon goes in your nose.
Yep.
And so now I'm still smelling and tasting tarragon. That's awesome.
yeah, the lemon is nice to balance it out.
Right.
That's
Like
a
a
great
tarragon
concept.
lemon chicken, right?
Yeah, you're killing it. Yeah.
I'm like, you really are, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
what you're doing, this is inspiring.
Thank
Feel
you.
like we're in a kitchen.
Right.
The flavors, unbelievable.
Thank you.
Really.
Well, this is, like, again, I was telling you guys earlier, like, this is a big labor of love. Like, this is a very personal project, named after my dad, who passed away 10 years ago, and also in memory of my mother, who passed away about 3 years ago. And so, like, this is like, well, okay, so if you guys came over to my parents' house for dinner, my dad couldn't get a drink in your hand fast enough when he met you at the front door, Mom would come running out of the kitchen, probably, maybe even wearing an apron, and like give you a big hug, and thank you for being there, tell you what was for dinner, and ask if that was okay. You know what I mean? Like there's no changing it. You know what I mean? Like we there's no chicken option if we're having beef. You know what I mean? But she'd always ask if that was okay. Does that sound okay? Is that going to be all right with you? And then cocktail hours would ensue, and so there was always snacks laid out. So like peanuts or nuts or cheese or Chex Mix, like stuff always around, so you could graze like as you were having a handful of liquor drinks and getting to know like my parents and my parents getting to know you. And then dinner was always served kind of late, like probably 9 o'clock, because cocktail hours is so much fun, you know. And it's like, oh yeah, we gotta eat dinner, you know. And like a big beautiful dinner, wine with dinner, and then mom always had dessert, you know, like a fresh dessert that she would make. And then like she would ask if you wanted coffee with dessert, you know, and you'd be like, no, I'm fine. She'd be like, well, I have decaf too. Will you drink it if I make you a pot of decaf? You know, like just the sweetest people ever. And so then you would leave, and probably the next day you call me and you'd be like, Pop, I love your parents. Like that was so much fun. I thank you. And I'd be like, well, they just told me they love you too. You know, and so like that is what I really am trying to do here, is like give people that come in the door like that same feeling of like love and hospitality, and like we care, you know what I mean? We want you to feel happy. We want you to feel like this is your home. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel seen and heard and like loved up, you know, and this is our way of showing our love. So cocktails and snacks, man, that's...
You can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel it. I'm like, and Greg and I agree completely. Hospitality industry, taking care of people, making you feel welcome, and making you forget what's outside the door.
Yeah.
Like, that's key.
It is.
When you come in here, we want you to have an experience.
Yep.
I can't wait. Like, it's such an honor to sit here and experience Chiefs firsthand with you. And I'm like, once again, we haven't went into this, but Bob Peters is one of my big inspirations. When I was trained to bartend, he was neighbor at Tudamondo's as I was trained at Pewter Rose, where I was hired as a busboy because I didn't want any responsibility at this point in my life. But still, just the dude who drove around rocking Tool.
Still one of my favorite bands. Yeah.
But still, watching what Bob has done over the years, progressing to like floating around from bar to bar, but also when Greg and I were associated with the Penguin Grill and we opened up in the Alley Cat, we watched Bob take a bar program and blow it up like nothing we've ever seen before. Like,
that was a fun time. That was a lot of fun.